Major League Table Tennis is deep in the heart of Texas on this late October weekend. Beautiful fall weekend here in the Lone Star State, and after a fun Friday night, we get into the nitty-gritty with the two teams that dominated the Friday competition, the Portland Paddlers and the Bay Area Blasters. Ready to start this Saturday double dip inside the Merrill Center, just outside Houston here in Katy, Texas. The Portland Paddlers, after a dominant victory last night, sit 14 points above the second-place team in the standing. The Blasters hope to make up some of that ground over the next couple of hours here inside the Merrill Center. And it's great to be back with you alongside the Hall of Famer Sean O'Neill. I'm Evan Lepler. Sean, yesterday, Portland and the Bay Area outscored their opponents by a combined score 33-9. So something's got to give today.
Yeah, well, Portland played awesome behind Daniel Tran. He went undefeated in singles, didn't drop a point in the Golden Game.
Coley had another great night. But this Bay Area team starting to find its rhythm. And as we take a look at the lineup, we're going to see some different matchups today. Maybe one of the more unbalanced lineup cards, but you know, there's a reason they play the games. There could be plenty of surprises.
Well, the match that's jumping out to me is in number 2, Ortiz against Silva. A lot of power. Two young guns really going at it. We've got some seasoned pros at the front end, at the back end. We also have a mixed match with Daniel Tran and Angie Tan.
Yeah, the third singles match, the rare cross-gendered rhyming showdown with Tran taking on Tan. But we begin with Tao and Jang for the Bay Area Blasters and Jiwei Xia for the Portland Paddlers, and they are on the table right now. Tao and Jang was phenomenal from a single standpoint yesterday. Took 3 straight matches from the young Aussie Audie Serene, and his pen-holding tactics are going to be a challenge for Jiwei. Curious to hear, Sean, your thoughts on what Jiwei needs to do to make life challenging here for Tao and Jang.
Well, Tao has such strong firepower on both the forehand and backhand sides. So Jiwei Xia is going to have to figure out a way of getting that backhand loop into play, because if he only goes and relies on his forehand, I think there's just too much firepower by Tao.
The hometown Texas Smash will take on the Seattle Spinners later this evening, but our day begins with the first place Paddlers, who have really separated themselves. They dominated their Golden Game yesterday in their Friday match against Texas. The hometown team blasted 21-7 in the Golden, a 17-4 outright win for the Paddlers, who came into this Texas weekend in first place after the Santa Cruz September event and have basically just picked up where they left off. But it'll be interesting to see how this match goes. Jiwei Xia took 2 out of 3 games in his Friday contest against Daryl Tsao, winning 11-8 in the rubber game to earn the 2-1 win. Tao and Jang, as I mentioned, went 3-0 over Audie Serene, 11-2, 11-7, and 11-9. These two players have not met in MLTT yet. That is about to change right now. Great to have you with us. Enjoy the table tennis. Jiwei Xia with a strong start.
And that's his backhand. He loves to block or attack out of the backhand corner.
Nothing lead for Jiwei Xia, winning a couple points on Tao and Jang's serve to get this match started. Tao on the board. After going 3-0 yesterday, Tao now 8-4 in singles in MLTT. And a 3-1 lead now for Jiwei.
Jiwei's just coming out firing right now. Normally, all of his home fans and students at the Paddle Palace Club in Portland, they're all cheering for him, but he's known as a backhand player. Very strong backhand. Right now we're seeing his forehand pay some big dividends.
When I talk about the unbalanced lineup, the way the lineups are crafted, the players that are active for each team that are playing singles are ranked based upon their overall ranking, A, B, C, and D. And the A and B players are kind of in one pod, and the C and D players are in the other pod. So, you know, we always kind of root for the 2A players to match up because we want to see the best against the best. But more than occasionally, coaches will decide, well, let's have our A player go against their B player in the way they do the lineup draw to create, you know, what they hope will be guaranteed points. Now, nothing is guaranteed, as we have learned through our time.
And we did see last time these teams faced with Jonathan McDonald taking 3 points, which was a huge surprise.
Yeah, that was an upset. And even Christian Lilyrose, the coach of the Paddlers, admitted he was surprised. But Jiwei Xia, an underdog here as well, 5-3 lead. And it's game to 11. And the A player for Portland, Collet. Collet will be facing the B player, El Sayed Lasheen, for the Blasters. That'll be the final singles match of this team match before the Golden Game. 6-3 lead, though, for Jiwei Xia. What has he done to flummox Tao?
He's really played error-free and tactically error-free. Really good short returns on the serve, getting his backhand into play, and also his first attack has a lot of spin. That's kind of flummoxed Tao and Jang a little bit, but right now, it's a 2-point difference.
Well done by Tao and Jang.
You can
set up the point.
Really measured that last forehand beautifully. Took his time, waited for Jiwei to choose a side, then went the other way. Smart, keeping it short.
5-7.
Jiwei doesn't have the firepower that Tao has, so he's taking away the deep ball.
Jiwei 3-6 in singles and MLTT so far. That includes the 2 wins yesterday, went 1-5 in Santa Cruz. An 8-5 lead here for Xia. Looking to get the Paddlers off to the fantastic start.
This shot that Jiwei just did, he did so well yesterday against Daryl Tsao. Just getting that first spin in, not putting a lot of pressure on the ball, but putting the top spin and moving it around. Had an opportunity there.
8-6.
Technically, Sean, this is a battle of first round draft picks. Alan Jang taken by the Blasters, and Portland had the final pick of the first round and the first pick of the second round. Tao gets back within 1, so
Coach Lilyrose was able to do the double,
yeah,
and take Jiwei first and then Collet second. Big point right here.
And Jiwei Xia earns that huge point to create a little separation at 9-7.
Getting more and more confident with his backhand drive.
And game points here in the opening contest.
Huge opportunity for the Paddlers. Tao has not won a singles game against them.
That's right, he went 0-3 against Jonathan McDonald, who's inactive today for the Paddlers. That surprised us. Tao makes it 10-8.
10-8.
Jiwei has to do something offensive-minded. He's not going to just be able to keep it on the table. Tao is just too strong from both the backhand and forehand side.
What does he want to do on the serve here?
Short, possibly short to the middle, and then get his backhand loop into play if possible. Great jam into the body. sure that
Timeout.
Tao is realizing. And here's the timeout by Portland.
The serve was short to the middle, but maybe not short enough.
No, it's just you're not going to stop Tao from playing it anywhere, even though it's short to the middle, so he doesn't have to worry about a loop. So Coach Christian Lillaros definitely reminding Jiwei, got to go for something right now. This is your opportunity. Playing safe against a stronger player, it's not going to surprise him.
Tao and Jang from down 10-7, back within one.
Tao just playing two really smart balls, one into the body and then one wide out to the forehand.
Sikole providing some insight.
It's so neat that this being the team format, it's not just as in singles, one coach, one player, but everyone on the team can give advice. Sometimes you have to worry about too much advice.
Do you like this early timeout here at 10-9?
I think so, because if Jiwei can take this first game, that sets the tone, and it gives Jiwei so much more confidence going into games 2 and 3. He's got to make his serve. Sometimes the timeout can cause a little disruption in service rhythm.
Game point. And Tao sends the return long. Jiwei Xia, an 11-9 victory to start the day for the paddlers.
What a perfect serve. Mixed it up short to the forehand. Tao Wenjung went for the wide angle, staying away from the backhand, but could not keep it within the table, and you can see the celebration on Jiwei's face. Portland just continues the momentum from last night.
I mean, the 34-year-old Jiwei Xia has had quite a journey. I mean, he was exposed to table tennis when he was 5 years old in Tianjin, China. His aunt was a table tennis coach. For the first year that after he was exposed, he just chased the balls, bounced them on the paddle. He started basic training at age 6. By age 10, he got his own personal coach, John, and then he joined the Beijing men's team at age 12, moved 90 miles away from home, lived with the other players in the dorm. I mean, it's been a heck of a journey. Then he went to Japan and attended school there, got a high school scholarship at age 15 in Osaka. I mean, it's been a lifelong table tennis journey for Jiwei Xia.
And from age 12, he's basically been a professional player. So in China, when you're playing on the Beijing team, that is a full-time gig. And now, of course, Jiwei Xia is coaching out of Paddle Palace in Portland, which makes it really nice as a Portland paddler to have a hometown hero. And he's delivering right now, taking the first game over Tao Wenjung.
Second game, paddlers to serve.
Let's see how Wenjang responds. Somewhat of a similar story. From China, moved to the United States, former US Open champion. And a good deep ball. Jiwei apologizing, but he's got a 1-0 lead. Yep. 2-0 lead for Xia.
0-2.
He's winning all the easy points. Drop shots on the serve return. Nice real short serve on his own. Right now, Tao Wenjung is overplaying on the backhand.
Is that a technical issue or a mental issue?
I think it's a frustration.
4 straight for Xia. As Tao misses long again.
And Tao was looking at both of his hands after this last shot, kind of like, you know, what's going on? Just trying to get his rhythm.
Is this table regulation? Another one for Jiwei Xia. And he leads 5-0 here in game 2.
And I think what Jiwei is doing the best is he's not trying to win the point directly. He's just trying to put good pressure and good placement. That really reduces his errors.
aggressive point, though, and a 6-0 lead. He's
0-6.
apologizing for
That ball
it.
was so deep, I think it might have had a little bit of an uneven bounce on the end of the table, or at least it was so close to Zhang's body that it took a funny hop.
Looked like a great shot to me. Don't apologize for greatness. 7-0 Xia.
And you can see, Evan, just that first attack, it takes that server advantage away when you're serving getting ready to attack, and all of a sudden you've got a topspin ball on top of you.
Again, a miss from Tao when Jang. Look,
8.
Tao was the
0.
favorite coming in here. We expected Jiwei Xia to compete, but this is a Saturday stunner so far.
Complete stunner.
Another miss, 9-0. Wow.
This is going to be very interesting right now. In China, there's a tradition, there's a mercy point rule. Unspoken, you don't beat anyone at 0. Will Jiwei Xia? He's fighting. He lost the point, but he was fighting for it. A lot of times they'll just hit it right into the net just to make sure you save face, but Jiwei needs every single point.
There's the winner. That's more like it for Tao. And look,
10-2.
perhaps this is the beginning of the turnaround, even if it doesn't manifest until game 3. We'll see. The best shot of the match there from Tao. But game 2 goes to Jiwei Xia in dominant fashion. A 2-0 lead for the paddlers. Who saw this coming?
And right now, Tao Wen-jung has got to figure out, how do I get on the board? Not enough to be thinking if I win 2-1. He's down 0-2, and he just got blitzed in game number 2.
And Sean, I mean, 45 minutes ago, we're looking at the lineups, and we're looking at the past match from September 24th between Portland and the Bay Area Blasters, and we see, remember, Jonathan McDonald, you know, won 2 11-10 games and an 11-6 game over Tao to beat him 3-0. And you said, well, that was an upset, and that would not happen again. But I was wondering, well, you know, we've seen Jiwei struggle against the top players from opponents. Why not play McDonald today and maybe sit Jiwei? And, well, clearly Christian Lilyrose knew something that we did not.
Yeah, well, I know that Jiwei has been battling a little bit of the flu when we were in Santa Cruz, and at the beginning of this week, he was still a little bit under the weather. But right now, I have never seen him play so tactically perfect, playing within himself, just making his loops, not going for anything crazy, not trying to play the high-risk shot to beat a better player, but just reducing the errors. There's only one more game. If this was the best of 5, I wouldn't count Tao out. But they have only one game. And if Jiwei can sweep, boy, would that put Portland in a very strong position, as they have some other sweep opportunities later on in this matchup. It's continuing.
Tao has made more errors hitting the ball long in this match than we've seen him in his MLTT career previously. There's a flummoxing serve to get Tao on the board at 1-all. And you mentioned the sweep opportunities. Daniel Tran, 3-0 yesterday against Angie Tan, who's playing her first ever MLTT singles matchup. And then Collet was 3-0 yesterday against El Sayed Lachine, who's played really well in MLTT. El Sayed's now 9-3 in singles, but still think he's an underdog to the great Collet. There's some history, though, between those players. That'll be interesting to revisit.
Jiwei's continuing to really work the point. Once he makes that first backhand loop, and here's a couple backhands. Again, getting his forehand in, but not going for the winner, but just the heavy spin to keep the pressure on deep.
sending Jiwei Xia sprawling onto the floor here at the Merrill Center. Tran Jang finally puts that point away.
First knockdown of the day. Jiwei made it up before the required 8 count.
Yeah, he's not too woozy yet. How about that forehand inside out from Tran Jang? Totally caught Jiwei off guard.
And set it up beautifully, served from the forehand side for a different look, but then just stretched out. Wonderful inside out shot.
You're not allowed to use your opposite hand to hit the ball, are you?
No, needs to have a paddle in it.
Tran Jang now takes a 5-2 lead here in game 3. He's won 5 of the last 6 points. We'll see Tao again in doubles, playing with Adi Godwani against Kole and Kayla Goodwin. It'll be a men's doubles team versus a mixed doubles team.
Again, really solid backhand topspin opening by Jiwei Xia. Nothing fancy, just makes the first attack, but well placed.
Oh my, that's more like it from Tran Jang.
I mean, that's the firepower on the backhand side, using the pen holder grip, but he's got even more power on the forehand.
Ridiculous.
3-7.
I mean, the ball hit the back barrier before Jiwei could get out of the way. Just a bullet.
I think it was around the net post too.
Net.
That
9,
reloop power again,
3.
off the bounce, up at the table. Again, Tran Jang
10.
power from both the forehand and backhand side.
Why does he apologize for that one, Sean?
It just barely touched the top of the net. It was very fast.
Jiwei's fought off a couple
10,
game points
6.
here in game 3. Still a steep hill to climb, and regardless of the result of this game, Jiwei Xia is going to leave the table pretty darn pleased with how this match has worked out. I mean, that 11-2 performance in game 2. Could not have expected that. That'll do it for game 3. 11-6 for Tran Jang.
2-1
Two great rivals, two good friends. A spirited handshake. Jiwei Xia gets the paddlers off to a 2-1 start after this first singles match, as Jiwei Xia delivers a memorable performance for the 34-year-old.
And we get to talk to him for the first time. Actually, did we speak with him?
I think we did.
Yeah.
You and Jiwei.
Was it due to the doubles?
Should I just cool off and
No, I'm interested to hear what you're going to ask him.
Over there.
Jiwei Xia joins us now. Jiwei, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
What were your expectations going into that matchup against Tran Jang, who was pretty dominant yesterday?
Well, for me, Tao was a USA champion. For me, it's nothing to lose. I just try everything
2
I
minutes
have, do my
warm up.
best. My goal is just try play some good point, make some noise, and easier for my teammate for next matches.
Okay, so I've got 2 questions, Jiwei. Number 1, what did the coach tell you at the timeout at 10-9 in the first game? And then my second question is, do you have more confidence in your backhand now?
Okay, I'll answer the second question first. Yes, I did from yesterday. Yeah, I do. I listen to you, so not step around. Yeah, 34 years old. Yeah, not step around, play back in. That's the amazing idea. And then the first question, first things coach tell me to serve somewhere different than before night 10. Yeah, and then prepare for next shot. Cole tell me, all my teammates help me. Yeah.
What has been the key so far this season, Jiwei, for the Portland Paddlers to generate the team chemistry and success that y'all have been able to generate?
For our team, so we have injury, Cole injury in the first session. I'm still sick, but before the session week. I think it's a teamwork, team spirit. I Chole much I can for my teammate. Let them feel, it's a family. Yeah.
Congratulations on taking 2 out of 3, getting your Paddlers off to a good start. We will see you for the Golden Game in a couple of hours.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jiwei.
Great job.
Time.
So he credits you for the coaching suggestion. Interesting.
We see each other all week long in Portland, and I just keep asking, I said, if I had your backhand, that's the only shot I would hit on balls to my backhand side. And finally, he decided he was going to give it a try.
Vila and Silva begin the second singles match, and the Dominican Isaac Vila, 27 years old, starts it with a winner.
Both these players play very similar styles. Silva a little stronger, closer to the table. Vila will back up, but both love to get their forehand into play. Very offensive-minded. With a 2-1 lead in games, Vila has to feel good knowing he's got a little extra breathing space. Of course, Silva went from the players' pool into a full member of the Bay Area Blasters, being the first player to be pulled out of the pool for permanent play. That ball caught the edge.
It was good, yeah. 2-4.
4-2 lead for Isaac Vila from Santiago in the Dominican. Vila didn't play yesterday, but he went 3-3 in singles in Santa Cruz.
Christian had mentioned, Coach Christian had mentioned that Vila had been training in the Bay Area for the last week or so, and that really helped his game.
5-3.
It's showing so far here in game 1. Stylistically, you were excited about seeing these two tangle.
Yeah, just because they make big shots, they're willing to take risks, to step around their backhand. They really have nice all-court games, meaning they can play well close to the table when they have a weak ball, but also off the table if one of them counter loops.
Strong start for Vila against a guy in Silva that took 2 out of 3 yesterday in his match against the Czech Andrei Lapchik.
Oh, look at that power. Silva delivers on that one.
And it's not just the power, Sean, it's the deception. Look at where Vila's leaning.
Silva is so quick.
7-5.
Quick in moving, but also quick off the bounce when he takes a ball that he wants to attack. Beautiful serve return by Silva, moving over to the forehand side to get his backhand into play. Just takes it wide out to the forehand.
And Silva's come back to tie this game up 7-all.
Nice thing about this match is both players have to hit big to get through the opponent. Neither one is going to settle just for putting the ball into play.
Oh, goodness! Silva was dominating the point, taking control of the game, and then this happens. That's 3 times, he said after the point. 8-all. And into the net, Isak Vila trying to take advantage of the good fortune.
It's what happens when you fight for one more return.
Nine.
Nothing like a good edge ball to create a little frustration, a little friction, a little spice and controversy to an opening game of a 3-game match. A match that's really important for the Bay Area Blasters.
And then Silva misses his own serve, trying to go for the deep serve into the backhand corner. See Vila raising his hand to say sorry because he said, gave him a little bit of encouragement after the serve was missed.
Game 1 goes to the Paddlers
11-9.
in the second
First
singles
game,
match
Paddlers.
as Isak Vila caught a couple of fortuitous bounces and takes it over Silva 11-9. Wow.
In both these first 2 matches with Jiwei Xia against Tao and Jang, 11-9 the first and now 11-9 in the first for Vila over Silva.
I understand Silva's frustration, Sean, and I understand the etiquette, but I don't know if I agree with the etiquette. It's one thing to apologize for a netball winner, but you're aiming for the edge of the table, and it's a perfect shot if something like this happens. It's a perfect shot. It's unreturnable. Why is that not celebrated more?
Well, it is internally by Vila, but for Silva, he's saying, what do I have to do to win a point?
Well, but Vila was apologizing for it, too.
Yeah, well, you don't want karma to go the opposite way after getting an edge. You want to figure out a way of keeping that going.
In the air.
And look at the body English,
Yeah.
trying to pull it in. And then just a nice, and you can see the fans, the Angie Tan in the background feeling that edge ball.
Time.
But I will say we've seen Silva in Daytona Beach. Very upbeat, very positive. He will not let this first game get to him or change his approach.
Second game.
Yeah, it's
Black
interesting.
serve. Oh.
And Isak Vila, his nickname is Funny. But you could basically say Sonora Silva's nickname is Happy. He's always had a smile on his face every time we've seen him.
And just, again, so thrilled to be part of MLTT. Oh, look at the great backhand play from the backcourt by Silva. Vila was ready to step around. Fortunately, he's not going to step around this type of shot right there.
How about that? Stepping forward, feet under the table, and a strong forehand winner.
Great attack, finding the open wide forehand.
Silva seizing control here. Oh, Vila says, not so fast, my friend, to paraphrase the great Lee Corso on this college football Saturday.
Very familiar chant after every Dominican, "Vamos, vamos, let's go, let's go."
I think we had the bilingual come on from Silva. I heard the ale and then the come on in succession. What language did you chew yourself on, Tran, when you played?
Mostly English, and some under
How
my
boring.
breath. Yeah.
What was the phrase you repeated to yourself most often?
Let's go. Yep. Regardless of winning the point or losing the point, just start thinking forward. Don't worry about what just happened. And Vila really taking his time, working the point. We heard Jiwei mention during our interview that he likes to just chole, give his teammates in China. Hao cho is often used for good ball or good shot. Oh, Vila.
Chole.
Exactly. That's a chole down the line. Jiwei smiling on the bench right now.
Isak Vila is showing something today.
He is just working the point, taking his time, really dropping his racket down to get extra topspin on his forehand. And the backhands are delivering as well.
This is, well, nothing's guaranteed, but this is looking really dangerous for the Bay Area Blasters. You and I both thought they had the edge in these first two singles matches, and then it would shift to Portland. But Portland might just have the edge all day long, again, on paper. See if Angie Tan can surprise Daniel Tran, or the great Arab Lion can rekindle the magic against Cole. Silva continues to battle, but is up against it now, still down 8-5.
And a concerned look on the Blasters right now. This has been a game of streaks so far.
Sure has.
Vila needs to get his offense going. Silva did a better job of keeping the ball in the backhand corner. Vila got the first loop, but couldn't step around that second ball. But Vila with a much stronger backhand attack off the serve return.
Missed.
Vila fought for that point. Ball was very short and managed to get back up to the table. So we just overplayed it wide out to the forehand.
Fights off one game point. They go to the towel at the multiple of 6, 10-8.
10-8.
Vila serving for a 2-0 lead.
Silva up for the challenge. Forehand to forehand.
10 all.
10 all.
For the first time today, golden point here in game 2. Isaac Vila and Senora Silva. And Silva able to fight back.
11,
He was down 8-4. He was down 10-8. But Silva has evened this singles match up at a game apiece.
I think we're going to be remembering this golden point when we look at the final standings of this team match, as this could be the difference. Great comeback by Senora Silva, getting his teammates off their chairs. Again, strong forehands over the table. And just a lot of speed by Silva. When he's dictating the action, things are definitely going his way.
I mean, the body language from Silva for much of that game was a little similar to what we saw from Taowen Jang. The body language basically said, I expected to be winning. I'm not winning. Why am I not winning? I don't understand
Right,
why I'm not winning. I should be winning.
Little shell shock, being just out there kind, I should be doing better than this.
Time.
That's a tough feeling to shake out there on the table.
And really, as a coach, all you can say to your player is just keep
Third
fighting,
game.
especially when you
Battle
get
of the serve.
out of position instead of just going for a lucky shot to try to win a point. Get one more ball back. Try to force the opponent to overplay. You can see Silva already creating good vibes here in game 3.
No shortage of surprises so far as this Saturday begins here in Katy, Texas. 2-0 lead for Silva here in game 3. Won the last 5 points. 6 in a row now for Silva.
And he's beginning
0.
to do the Audi Serene run around.
Goodness, the power and the precision. He's locked in right now. He's found his form.
4.
Gave a little smile to the bench on that last exchange.
He's outscored Vila 11-2. Last 13 points played.
5-0.
Silva keeps rolling. This is if he's able to close this out, Sean, I mean, he's down 10-8, save 3 game points in game 2. To take 2 out of 3 and win this match, it would be one heck of a turnaround, one heck of a battle when things clearly weren't going his way and the tough luck was getting to him. Missed it.
Oh, he had it on his racket.
5-1.
Sometimes the easiest balls are the toughest to execute. Great serve return, then stepping around the backhand. Just a little on the long side.
6-1 lead for Silva.
Vila just looking a little slow. Trying to get that forehand in.
That's nasty.
1-7.
We know that Silva has great speed and power on the forehand, but that backhand is amazing. Vila not moving his feet. Great first
8-2.
loop,
Paddlers,
but just got
warning.
stuck in the backhand corner. Trying to finish the point.
I really like what we've seen from Silva here. Games 2 and 3. Bouncing around, just exuding confidence right now. This is, I'm sure, what he expected to do from the beginning. He was very nearly down 2-0, and now he's going to put his team in a much better spot.
It's a sign of a great player when you do lose that first game. Just to brush it off, come back fresh. And what a nice comeback he had at the end of game 2. Played his game. Didn't do anything crazy, but just got the job done.
That's phenomenal. As good as it gets for Sonora Silva.
What court coverage by Silva, finishing it off with a great forehand smash to get to game point.
In all of the MLTT broadcasting we've done so far, Sean, I don't think I've seen a player turn defense into offense quite like that.
10,
Those were
4.
quality drop shots by Vila, and Silva just ran them down
And took charge.
with ease.
Net.
Vila fights off a couple game points here.
Still 5 to go.
My goodness. Sonora Silva
11, 5,
continues
2,
to
1,
create
left.
table tennis fans around the world with his effort, attitude, and ability.
Just great backcourt play. Again, as you said, the ability for him to get up and turn it on, jumping into the ball, taking this match 2 games to 1.
11-5 in game 3 for the 18-year-old from Sri Lanka, who's now in college at Texas Wesleyan. Team match now tied 3-3 as Silva takes 2 out of 3 from Isak Vila. Sonora Silva, what a match. Thank you for that. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
It was tense, and clearly there were signs of frustration because of the edge balls, because Isak was playing great.
Yeah.
How'd you turn that match around?
I feel like in the first game, I was a little nervous because I have never played in second position, so I felt like a little bit pressure, but I feel like I handled it well. Yeah. And always the edge balls and net balls always change the tempo. So tempo was my everything I needed.
When you are in the backcourt lobbing, your ability to get back up to the table so fast, is that something you've always had, or is this something new for MLTT?
That's new for MLTT.
What are you thinking as you're defending one slam after another?
I don't know. This is from Matthew de Santalan. Let's give the credit for him.
Your old Princeton teammate. Did he give you a chopping lesson down in
He
Daytona
did,
Beach?
he did.
I mean, to be down 10-8 in game 2,
Yeah.
and then you somehow find your way to take 2 out of 3. How did you feel your level rise over the course of the match?
I felt like, even he got 10-8, I didn't give up. That's the most important thing. And after 10-10, it's one point. So I felt like I want to get this and get the, I need more points to give to the team. So I feel like I did a great job for my team.
You absolutely did do a great job for your team. Sonora, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
We will see you later on in the Golden Game.
Yep, thank you.
Silva now 4-2 in singles this weekend.
Ready?
He went 3-3 in singles playing for the
Time.
Princeton Revolution. So that's a pretty good free agent signing for Coach Maggie Tian. And it's now time for an intriguing doubles showdown. The mixed doubles team of Kole and Kayla Goodwin taking on Tawan Jang and
First
Adi
game.
Godwani,
Lasted to
the
serve.
all-male side. And Yeah, I mean,
Love
Sean,
all.
what's the keys for each team here?
I think for the Blasters, just to make sure that Tao and Gadwani continue to attack, because eventually Goodwin's going to have to play a ball and it might be too fast. On the other side, for the paddlers, Goodwin can set Cole up, maybe keeping some balls short, maybe attacking when the shot really isn't there, letting Cole come by and kind of clean up or finish the point right there. Expect Cole to go for some real big shots.
Saw Kayla Goodwin certainly hold her own in her MLTT debut yesterday. She and Cole took 2 out of 3 in doubles against the mixed doubles team of Dave Macbeth and Emily Wong. Portland winning yesterday 17-4.
That's a great shot by Adi Gadwani. Been playing straight balls, especially when the opposing team has the righty-lefty combo. You want to get that left-handed player out of the backhand corner to force some crossing from a footwork perspective.
See Cole going for that third shot attack.
Anything up a little bit, he is going to try to finish the point. It's not going to allow Tao and Jang to play a ball to his partner, if possible.
Tao and a stomp.
5, 3.
Frustration showing from Tao. That was the miss that plagued him in the singles match. And it's 5-4. They got synchronized. What do you call that? Hop? What is that kind of side-to-side hopping? I don't know.
Effective?
Yeah.
5, 5.
5 all. It's a combination of synchronized swimming and table tennis.
Synchronized ponging.
How about this? 6-5 lead for the paddlers duo.
And that's what the Blasters must do.
6 all.
Cole isn't going to give Tao much to work with. So when Tao and Jang just returns the ball, Adi Gadwani needs to put the pressure on instantly.
That's a winner from Gadwani.
Beautiful shot. Well placed. Good technique.
Sevens. Is it good to try and hit the ball so hard you almost fall over?
No, you want to be standing up as long as possible. But in doubles, you do have a teammate, so you get slightly out of position. Again, Gadwani
9, 7.
really picking his shots well, that time going cross court into the backhand corner. And that's a problem. You can't open up high to Cole's forehand.
I think Tao and Jang was frustrated, wanted to be more aggressive on the previous shot.
Yeah, and maybe take it cross court into the backhand versus right into the forehand.
8, 10.
Game point for Tao and Jang and Adi Gadwani. First game of the Blasters here in doubles.
Blasters.
Gadwani struggled in singles in Santa Cruz, but he did go 2-1 in the one doubles match he played. 20-year-old from Fremont, California.
As we've said multiple times, the order will change in game number 2 So whereas we saw Gadwani hitting to Coley, Coley is going to be hitting to Gadwani, so Tawen Jung's going to have to make sure he doesn't give anything loose to Coley, otherwise he's going to stress his partner just a little bit.
Of these 4 players, Sean, how many do you have on your fantasy team?
I just have
Time.
2, and it's both Portland players.
With Coley and Kayla?
Yep. I picked Kayla because her attitude and her fight, knowing this was her first match, I had a feeling she'd get a chance to play some doubles with Coley.
Paddles to
It's
serve.
always
Love all.
enjoyable to see a new player play with one of the best players in the league.
Goodwin serves to begin game 2. Tawen Jang shows the quick reflexes.
Kayla made a great attack, but Tao just even faster. But she has to keep that serve short. That ball trails off the end of the table. It's as good as gone. And you could see that second bounce just touched the white line. All good serves, double bouncers, unless they're going for a quick surprise deep serve. And Coley
1,
mixing it up
3.
himself, moving the ball around. Opportunity for Portland to start the attack. Good teamwork by paddlers.
4, 2.
Gadwani's a little far back right now.
Yeah.
I think he's expecting Coley to go bring a lot more heat. Coley just playing safe. And that time, Goodwin going for the deep
3,
push.
5.
Really needs to keep her serve short. And twice she's gone for the deep push and just sent it off the end of the table.
Six, 4.
Once again, paddlers hanging around. Can they overtake the Blasters is the question. That missed. 6 all.
Oh.
This is the order for Portland. Very nice backhand loop. Kayla Goodwin, she needs to keep the attack going if possible.
– 7-6 lead now for the paddlers.
And that combination where Goodwin makes one spin and Coley really loads it up.
How about that aggressive attack from Kayla Goodwin?
And Goodwin has no fear. When she sees the ball, she just attacks it. She doesn't necessarily see that Tawen Jung's on the other side of the net.
Oh, wow. Great wrist snap on that backhand from Goodwin.
And look at the smile on Christian Lillaroos, the coach of Portland's face right now.
He's a happy guy. Another great forehand from Goodwin, completely handcuffing Tawen Jang. That's 6 in a row for the paddlers to set up game points here in game 2. And that'll do it. We're even 1 apiece in this doubles match as Coley and Kayla Goodwin battle from behind and finish that game on a 7-0 run.
And my fantasy league is looking good. encourage everyone to join the MLTT Fantasy League. Pick your favorite players for some great prizes.
Well, if you want to win the prizes, you shouldn't just pick your favorite players. You should pick the players you think are going to win.
Well, these are the ones that I'm picking to win. So, Kayla Goodwin, excellent job. Way to attack. Help your partner. Couple backhand flips in there as well as a nice forehand or two.
The top 2 teams will qualify. And it's not based on your win-loss record, it's based on points. So remember, a 21-0 win is way better than an 11-10 win. By the way,
just great teamwork by the paddlers.
Goodwin recognizing
Time.
that it was her shot to go for it. She went for it and hit it.
What I've seen in especially mixed doubles, the
Third
teams
game.
that allow
Blasters
the
serve.
female to
Love all.
have the setup, all these women can put the ball away.
Look at that backhand response from Goodwin.
And that got Jiwei Xia out of his seat, knowing that they're going to race to get to 5 when they change ends. She went for it again that time.
You think
One.
when they change ends, it's an advantage for the paddlers, right?
Exactly.
Stop. Yeah, the ball.
So just, you know, if they could be within 5-4, 5-3, they'll be within striking distance.
Because right now with Tao and Jang hitting into Kayla, that's definitely advantage blasters. And that's what Adi Gadwani needs to do. He needs to put pressure on Kole so that Tao and Jang has something to work with. Excellent forehand into the backhand court. Good teamwork. Tao and Jang, good spinny serve. Goodwin unable to keep it short.
This is the blasters doing what they should be doing. What? That's a point for the blasters. Goodwin just let it go.
Why did she let it go?
No, it was. Yeah.
Maybe she thought it landed on the wrong side of the table, but it was
Switch
good.
sides.
They're going to switch sides at 5-1. Let's take another look at that point. It was bizarre to just see her let it go as if...
I don't know if she thought it might have hit his body or double bounced, or...
I think she thought that shot landed on the left side of the table and not her side of the table.
And clearly it was in play, as you can see Adi Gadwani ready to play the return. Portland has really dug themselves a hole. Down 5-1.
5-2.
I mean, even the umpires were hesitant to declare the blasters had won the point because they were trying to figure out why she stopped. Gadwani has had some really good shots throughout this doubles match, and as much as anything, I think Gadwani is going to be the reason if the blasters can close this out. They're going to take 2 out of 3.
That ball caught the net, but it was a very smart opening attack by the blasters.
Stop.
8-3 now for Tao and Adi. And going cross court, falling over, but he still connects with the winner.
9.
It's been a clunky performance so far today for Tao and Jang, kind of
Long day at the office, for sure.
epitomized by that point, but he's going to salvage 3 out of the possible 6 points across his 2 matches. There's still obviously the Golden Game, which is the biggest match of all, still to come.
Ten, 4.
game points.
Nice little flip winner by Cole.
You see that, and you're like, why doesn't he just do that every time? And that's why. 'Cause sometimes you make it, and sometimes you miss it. Fun doubles match, Sean. Blasters take 2 out of 3, winning 11-5 in the decisive rubber game.
Portland Paddlers. That was an interesting time there at that point. Really fascinating, right? You guys understand what was happening there? Little confusion?
So it's a 5-4 lead for the Bay Area Blasters as we head into these final 2 singles matches where Sean projects that the Paddlers have an advantage. You know, Tran and Cole both went 3-0 yesterday, but we shall see. We're going to chat here with Adi Godwani, the 20-year-old from California, who helped the Blasters take their first lead of the day in this team match. Adi, congrats on getting 2 out of 3 in the doubles. What was it like finding your chemistry with you and Tao?
Thank you. It was, I think we played last time and we had a pretty good win. And this time, I was playing doubles because we were hoping to get a good win in doubles, and I'm happy that we could pull it off in the end.
So in the match, obviously the orders are changing.
Right.
What was going through your mind in order to put pressure on Cole when it was your turn to play to him?
He's such a high-level player that I have to be very, precise with my shots when I play against him, because anything a little bit too high will just be very tough for Tao to get the next ball.
What's it been like developing chemistry with Tao over the course of the season so far?
I'm learning a lot from him, and he's a very high-level player, so I'm just grateful to have this opportunity to play with such a great player in doubles.
Awesome. Adi, look forward to seeing you back on the table for the Golden Game in a little bit here. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. We haven't seen too many of these cross-gender matchups lately, but it's the 16-year-old Daniel Tran, who, as Christian Lillyrose called him, the hometown kid. He's from Katy, lives here, grew up part of his childhood in Minnesota, Vietnamese origin, but Angie Tan has played primarily doubles. This will be her first singles match. She's had her moments, including yesterday when she played with Tao. They won 1 of their 3 games against Omatayo and Diaz. What do you view as the keys to this match overall?
Well, Daniel is the heavy favorite. You look at their rating-wise, there's a couple hundred points difference, but the pressure, and we even saw in the first match with Jiwei Xia, ratings really don't make a difference in this short 3-game format. I think with Daniel Tran, while he probably will feel more pressure to possibly sweep, he's got to just worry about the game at hand. Just play 1 point at a time, stay up to the table when he can. If he leaves the table, Angie's going to score. So he needs to stay up to the table, put pressure on her, and the fact that he is a lefty is going to give him a lot of opportunities to play the balls wide out to her forehand when he gets into attack mode.
All righty, Tran and Tan.
First game, paddles to serve, love all.
Tran strikes first. Now he plays sports with his left hands, but he considers himself, Sean, to be ambidextrous. He does most of the other daily activities
0-2.
with his right hand.
And as a lefty, he was the national men's doubles champion with his brother Michael. Comes from a very table tennis oriented family. You said originally from Minnesota, out of Rochester. Parents worked at the Mayo Clinic.
There's also a professional ultimate frisbee player named Michael Tran, but is a different Michael Tran, I'm pretty sure.
Older brother still playing table tennis.
For our lead here for
4-0.
Tran. I'm starting to hopefully show that you can play both ultimate and table tennis. That caught the edge. That's the first point for Angie,
And
who also has a sibling that plays table tennis.
Emily.
Was good.
Although Angie won that point, I was really pleased to see Daniel stay up at the table after that first loop. When he backs up, becomes a little bit more vulnerable. And now Angie takes 3 in a row. Daniel with the serve and the 2-point lead.
Angie Tan, currently a student at UCLA, and Daniel Tran is still in high school. These kids are good.
And that's what Daniel Tran needs to do. Heavy spin on the serve and just start driving forward, putting pressure. And again, Tran has to be careful.
Eight-5.
Nice deep serve there by Tran.
That's some pace to it, too.
5-9.
Yeah,
Sizzle.
mixing it up. Creating enough separation where he can take some risks now on Angie Tan's serve. Angie almost made that shot. But Tran with game point.
Tran takes game 1 over Tan.
First game.
11-6. Daniel Tran now 4-0 in singles. NLTT. He went 3-0 against Aaron Wong yesterday.
And went undefeated in points in the Golden Game, so he has yet to give up any point, be it singles or Golden Game.
Pretty good streak for this young 16-year-old. 6th round draft pick for Christian Lilyrose, working out nicely so far.
Christian really gave himself a lot of options by getting the lefty. Taylor Goodwin coming in out of the playing pool, replacing another lefty with Rachel Sung.
Adam Barbaro, always engaging the crowd.
Time.
If you missed it yesterday, Sean pledged to wear that colorful combination
Second
of
game.
clothes at some
Blasters to
point
serve.
this season.
Love
Looking
off.
forward to that.
And again, Daniel Tran starting off very strong, keeping the pressure on Angie Tan. Teams are tied 5-5 here in singles match number 3. Angie really having her hands full. That last forehand, not a particularly well-placed shot.
Too good from Tran. Tan opened the door, and Tran took care of business right here. 4-0.
And Tran really loves to take his forehand as a lefty out to the forehand side of a right-handed opponent.
Pretty good turning of the tides there as Andrew Tan takes the offensive.
5-1.
Daniel Tran channeling a little of his Adam Bobra with the lobs. And a beautiful forehand down the line.
6-1.
Tan makes it 6-2 with the help of the net cord.
And just too
8-2.
consistent once he makes that first attack. Angie Tan doing everything she can to keep the pressure on. Great backhand loop.
Three,
9-3 now for
9.
Tran here in game 2. Still have Collet and El Sayed Lachine coming up after this.
Daniel
10,
Tran just
4.
completely rolling here in game 2.
Ooh.
6-10.
If she can do that for the next 5 points, she's going to win this game. But far easier said than
11,
done, and a
6,
second straight
second game,
11-6
settled.
victory for Daniel Tran here in this third singles match.
This guy right here is from 10, back-to-back national champion, United States, presenting national
Sean, the key for Portland yesterday was getting the job done in close games. And even Christian Lillyrose talked about it after the match. He said they won 17-4, but there were a lot of close games with the Texas Smash. 12 of the 15 games, singles and doubles, were decided by 3 or less, but 10 of those 12 close games went the way of the paddlers.
And I think when you mentioned that to Christian, he was appreciative and a little surprised, but right now in singles 3 and 4, Portland looks a heavy favorite. So if Daniel Tran can continue his sweeping action, we will see Collet
Time.
and El Sayed Lachine, who have played before in a World Championships match.
Third game.
Not going to say
Balance
how
the
that
serve.
went until we get into the
Love
match. But right now, Daniel Tran is trying to extend the lead, potentially 7-5 for Portland.
Collet is going to put his perfect
2.
MLTT singles record on the line. 6-0 in Santa Cruz. He's 3-0 so far here in Katy, Texas.
Michael Tran has a chance to be the only other player. We saw that Andrew Sal was 6-0, but lost some matches here
3,
last
1.
night.
So this is not a complaint about Katy, but this is the first MLTT weekend that's not by the beach. We've been bi-coastal in Florida and California and North Carolina and South Carolina, excuse me.
2-4.
Daniel Tran just changing ends at 5. Just too much control, too much power.
Getting the flip card sorted out. 5-2 lead for Tran. What have you liked from Tran in terms of how he's taking care of business here?
Just that he's not getting too excited. He's just being very methodical, getting his first attack in, staying up to the table. Often when men play women, there's a tendency for the male player to back up, and that really helps the female player because they play a little faster, a little quicker.
7.
If you can hang up at the table like Daniel's been doing, you put a lot more pressure on somebody who plays a quick, handsy kind of. Oh, look at how fast those hands were by Angie. Just smacked it right off the bounce.
I need to see this in slow-mo because it was so fast as it happened live.
It's not easy to stay up to the table when you're getting those kind of hand-to-hand combat jousts coming your way.
This is not over. Angie Tan trying to hang around. Great serve combo though from Daniel Tran at 7-5.
So smart, really deep down the line. Angie unable to put forward pressure on it, just lifted it up.
On the defensive immediately. But she does get that error given her way. 8-6 with a couple of serves here for Tan. See if Angie can take care of these serves and tie it up. That caught the edge, 8-7.
And she took advantage of a soft serve return by Tran. He just put it into play. He's got to either cut it deep into the corners or get some offense going.
Heck of a battle right there.
9-7.
Both players showing themselves well. But a 9-7 lead for Tran and a chance to close out this 3-0 sweep right here on his serve. That's not going to happen. Tan's going to at least get one more serve. Is she going to get it back at 9s, or is she going to get it back facing game points? 9-all.
And Daniel Tran better be careful. There is a timeout being called by Coach Christian Lileros.
Yeah, Christian's going to use his final timeout before the Golden game to try and settle down 16-year-old Daniel Tran, as this third and final game has gotten a little edgy and precarious here. What do you think he's talking about?
Well, you can see the serious look on his face. He does not want to give up an opportunity for this sweep. And he's just reminding Daniel, you've got to play your game. You don't get to just lose loose points. Force your offense, get the first loop on the table, and keep putting pressure. Right now, Angie Tan has just been attacking relentlessly on the last couple points, feeling much more confident in their coach Maggie Tan, telling her, be aggressive, put the pressure on him, play your game.
Tian advising Tan about how to face Tran.
Time.
There's a Dr. Seuss themed story in here somewhere.
Angie with the serve.
0-2-9-9.
Tran missed it.
Overplayed the backhand.
10-9.
Game points for Angie Tan.
And this is where the mixed singles play becomes quite interesting.
10-all.
10-all. Timeout.
Timeout taken before this final point by Maggie Tian to chat with Angie Tan about how to face Daniel Tran from near to far, from here to there. Funny things are everywhere. What do you think the strategy is going to be here at 10-all for these two players? It's going to be Tran serve.
It looks like Taowen Jung is saying be aggressive on the serve return, playing safe and giving Daniel a chance to make a controlled opening where he can place it. Not that smart, so they're actually encouraging Angie to go for it, put pressure instantly off the serve, or as you see right there with some hand signals, if the serve is short, you can always drop it short.
All right, the second golden point of the day between the Portland Paddlers and the Bay Area Blasters. Sonora Silva won a 10-all point in game 2 against Isak Vila. Here, Tran serves to Tan, looking for the sweep. Tran takes it. An epic final point. Angie Tan deserves to be commended, but in the end, Daniel Tran, for the second straight day, able to sweep his overmatched opponent. He is 6-0 in singles in Major League Table Tennis.
And just got his attack going, found the middle of the table, raised his hand saying sorry for a great finish, and you can see the look on the Blasters in the background.
All right, Daniel Tran joins us now. Daniel, I'm going to be blunt and just ask this. Why do you apologize for hitting the game-winning shot at the end?
I think it looked like everyone was running away from me. We're all just going in the same direction. I'm the last to discover that I wanted to go that way. Okay.
Daniel, can you hear us? Apparently we're having some audio technical difficulties. Perhaps a button on the box was touched. Our audio engineer will get on that.
I'll go ahead and answer.
Perhaps the red mic on button not on. Should it have been on? It's really the simple things. Now we got audio. Now Daniel can hear us, and I'll ask the same question. Daniel, congrats on the 3-0 sweep. Why apologize for the game-winning shot?
On the last shot on my forehand, I had skimmed the net, and I felt kind of bad about that.
That tends to be something that occurs a lot. What did your teammates tell you on that final timeout? Were they saying, you went for the aggressive deep serve? Were they saying, play it safe, go for it? What was the team thought going into that final point?
It was actually kind of confusing. One told me to do long and one told me to do short, but I fell with my gut, and then in the end, I went with the long and then got ready and attacked.
What aspects of your game did you feel were working well today, Daniel?
My forehand counter loop was doing really good the entire match. My backhand was a bit shaky though.
All right, did you expect to come out and go 6-0 in your first MLTT weekend?
Honestly, no, not at all.
Well, you're off to a great start, and we'll see you in the Golden Game in a little bit. We're going to watch Coley and El Sayed Lachine right here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. So an entertaining conclusion to that match, but Tran does take it 3-0. And now, I mean, this fourth singles match feels something like a main event, doesn't it? I mean, these two big hitters have had tremendous careers, and they reunite here in Major League Table Tennis. Coley with some big forehands to begin that match.
Both players are going to be delivering a ton of forehand topspin. The question is, can Lachine stay up to the table? And look at that one down the line.
1-1.
return by El Sayed Lachine.
Net.
Lachine told me that while he lives in Cairo, he was actually playing an event in Istanbul, Turkey, before coming here to Katy, Texas. Kollei finds the angle.
1,
What a
3.
great block on this over-the-table backhand. Machine just went for it all. And saw that Kollei not only has great offense.
No, the previous point you were treeing, but it was his point. Two.
Apparently some confusion over the score.
Okay.
Players both agree that it's 2-2 and not 3-1.
Net.
Net serve.
What are the keys here for Lachine against Kollei?
It's really if he can keep that attack going. He can't play safe. He's going to have to go for his forehand whenever
2,
possible.
4.
He does have a good backhand opening, but that's the type of ball that Kollei can tee off of it if it's a little high. Kollei is going to just rely on his very strong service game, the ability to power through.
I mentioned it, Tran, earlier, the 2012 World Championships, Ukraine versus Egypt. It was a team match. The team match was tied 2-2. The fifth and final match to decide the team match featured these two players, Kollei representing Ukraine and Sayed Lachine representing
6,
Egypt.
2.
They were tied 2-2 in team games, and then they were tied 2-2 in a best of 5. Kollei won 21-19 in the fifth, and what I understand was a game to 11, win by 2, so that just shows you how close it was the whole way.
And it was to determine which team would move up a division. So you can
3,
imagine
7.
Egypt and Ukraine going head to head. Right now, Lachine is doing an outstanding job.
Fun to watch. Kollei has won a couple straight to get back within 2.
And Kollei's blocks are just so deep, and they still jump with the amount of topspin. He's going for the backhand serve from the forehand side of the table, trying to mix things up.
Beg your pardon. Now he's within 2.
7, 5.
Yes, I can see the future sometimes. They don't call me the clairvoyant commentator for
Timeout.
nothing.
Timeout.
Timeout,
Bastards.
Bay Area.
They're looking to do the same thing that Jiwei Xia did, which is pull the quick upset timeout in the first game with the lead.
They worked for Portland and Jiwei earlier.
So
Looks like a pretty intense conversation. Lachine was doing most of the talking.
Could prove to inspire everyone else in the league to believe it is possible. Now it's interesting from
again, Kollei mixing it up, just taking his time. And again, going to the backhand side, controlling the angles with his backhand topspin block, getting the forehand in.
Time.
Once again, quality backhand loop to pull within 2.
with El Sayed Lachine and Kollei.
7, 5.
Couple big serves here for Lachine. That's well done.
So nice over the table. Kollei thought he had a short enough ball to stop the attack. Lachine just drove it down the backhand.
Lachine catches the edge.
5,
Leads
9.
9-5.
This is going to have such an impact on the golden game. If if the Blasters can keep narrowing this difference of 7-5.
One point, Cole wins it. Reminder that Cole has not lost a singles match yet in Major League Table Tennis. He's 9-0, but he's down 9-6 right here, even after winning that last point. 9-7.
And Lachine had a small chance.
9-7.
Cole over-rotated on that last forehand. That ball could have caught the edge. Great forehand
10,
by
7.
Lachine.
El Sayed Lachine able to hold off Cole and take game one, 11-7. That brings the Blasters back within one in the team tally.
Again, I think, Evan, the fact they've played before and it was 2-2 gave Lachine so much more confidence. Again, playing against an undefeated MLTT player in singles, taking that first game, huge benefit for the Blasters.
Cole perfect no more in his singles status. See how he responds to his first ever setback on the MLTT table.
And tactically, Lachine played perfect. Got his forehand into play. Really didn't have any difficulty with the serves that everyone else has had throughout Cole's MLTT set of matches.
Time.
Cole, the #1 ranked player coming into the weekend.
Second
He
game.
maintains that #1 ranking
Paddle
through the
serve.
weekend.
Love all.
And then the stats get all
Jumbled
together. I mean, he's going to be among the top players regardless of what happens the rest of the way, but certainly that is a factor in how he wants to keep on playing. He was #1, Enzo Angles from the Carolina Gold Rush was #2. Daniel Gorak was #3, the Florida Crocs.
Oh, lucky break there. Ball just catches the top of the net.
Saw Andrew Sow struggle to back up his high ranking coming in. He was #4, but lost 2 out of 3 matches yesterday.
That is a pretty forehand there by Lachine.
Net.
Continuing to put
1-3.
strong pressure on Cole. Oh, that's a loaded serve, heavy underspin. This is the first time we've seen Cole doing a little bit of a dance after the rally. A lot of firepower on both sides of the net.
Yeah, some big hitting. Lachine is continuing to do things that confuse Collet.
4.
He's just not afraid to go toe-to-toe, forehand to forehand. He's done a relatively good job on the serve receive. But you got to be careful. You
6,
overplay that first
5.
attack, Collet will use that speed against you. And you see here with a very quality block out to the forehand side.
6.
6-6 here in game 2. It's fair to call these points critical. Portland can get to 8 here. Guaranteed a lead starting the Golden game. For Collet took the table, thinking about another 3-0 sweep and building the 5-point lead heading into the Golden game. Now the best they could get is the 3-point edge. But it's also possible El Sayed Lachine could keep rolling and
Tie it up.
put the Blasters in front.
Exactly. Take this game and then keep the pressure going.
Regardless of how these couple games sort out, the winner of this team match is going to be decided by the Golden game. 21 total points available, and neither side's going to get to 11 before we go Golden. Lachine, no. 3 straight. From 6 all to now 9-6. One more serve here for the Egyptian. Oh, goodness! El Sayed Lachine putting on a show.
And just pulling out all the stops. Look at this forehand flip kill over the table for a winner.
Game points. El Sayed Lachine's the one whose ranking is going to be skyrocketing. He can close this out. Gonna have to do it on his serve.
10.
And we've seen
8.
8-10 comebacks with Mr. Silva. Can Collet right the ship?
This would be an even bigger comeback from being down 10-6. Couple chances for Lachine on his serve. Going short or deep here, Sean?
I would go deep just to put some pressure on.
He went short, it paid off, and El Sayed Lachine has a 2-0 lead on Collet.
And we're now tied 7-7. So whoever wins this game will start the Golden game with a +1. But what a surprise we have here. Oldest member of MLTT up 2-0 against the current #1 player.
We've got one more game to 11 ahead, but after that, the Golden game. 1 game to 21, all 5 players competing, 1 at a time, substituting on multiples of 4. So that'll mean the first 2 players of the Golden game will each play 3 points, and then the next duo will come on and play 4 points, and so on from there, because the score going into the Golden game is going to be 8-7. So it'll be just a 1-0 lead with a team that's trailing, serving once and receiving twice.
And I'm wondering if the coaches, especially on the Blasters, will try to get Lachine against Collet into the Golden game to keep his momentum going.
Time.
Portland would love to get that Daniel Tran, Angie Tan matchup, but we will see Kayla Goodwin and Adi Gadwadi also playing in singles, so a lot of options for the coaches.
That'll be interesting to see. All right, game 3, Lachine to serve, seeking a sweep. Great start for Lachine again.
And again, his over-the-table loop is so effective. Most players would have to push that ball from Collet. Lachine going for the winner.
That's a shot right there. When you think about it, the start of the day, Sean, we saw, okay, Jiwei Xia versus Tao and Jang. Advantage Tao. And Jiwei wins 2 out of 3. We're looking Cole and I'll say Lachine. We think, okay, advantage Cole. And now it's 2-0 for Lachine. What do we know?
Cole just fighting to get 1 point. Look at these great loops by Lachine.
Big time stuff.
He wanted that one.
2, 3.
Nice placement by Cole right into the
5,
body.
3.
It just hasn't looked like himself for the first 2 games, now changing at 5.
I'm not sure if this is something to think about, but Cole has mostly played in the first singles spot. He's played doubles too, but he's never played singles after playing doubles like he has today.
5, 5.
And he has not looked like himself, I agree.
If Portland manages to pull this victory out, maybe that's something we can check with Coach Lillaroos on why putting him down in singles match number 4.
And all those long points have gone Lachine's way, by and large. Players go to the towels at 6-all here in game 3. If Lachine could win this and sweep this match, it would be 5-1 on the weekend and 12-2. 12-3 overall in singles.
He's going for the shots. There's no question about that.
Cole now a 2-point lead here in game 3.
With the serve.
Stop the ball.
See if he can close this out. There's that serve that we've seen flummox opponents with just a lot of spin, tough to read.
Very difficult to attack, even if you do read it the right way.
And now game points for Cole.
10.
I'll say Lachine still should feel pretty good despite this.
No, he got the job done. I think Coach Maggie Tien would take 2 out of 3 against Cole with Lachine every single time.
Wow. Both players having a little fun right now. What a point. El Lachine points to the crowd. El Sayed Lachine, excuse me.
the amount of underspin. Cole even had to use a left hand on that one.
10-8.
It's going to force Cole to serve this one out. Will not be surprised if that last point finds its way into the Katy top 10. Ten-9 now. 3 straight for Lachine. That's a huge point for Cole. Doesn't want to have to send it back to Lachine's serve. That'll do it. Found the opening and drilled it down the sideline. But what a great match between two all-time greats. And El Sayed Lachine able to get 2 out of 3 for the Blasters. Cole able to give the Paddlers the 1-point edge heading into the Golden Game, up 8-7 on the team count.
Be very interesting to see all these matchups, especially with Adi Gunwadi and Kayla Goodwin, both from the Bay Area, joining for the Golden Game in singles after just playing doubles. So we've got the commish.
Why is Lachine lifting up his teammates and not vice versa? I guess he's going to continue the heavy lifting. All right, the coaches will come together. Maggie Tian for the Blasters, Christian Lilyrose.
Coach.
Christian's doing his coaching rather than getting over to decide the order. Flint Lane is a patient guy, but he wants to keep this rolling. So Adam Barbara will hand the microphone to the commissioner of Major League Table Tennis, Flint Lane.
Okay, here's the commish, Flint Lane.
Good. Okay, we've got the Portland Paddlers are up 8-7. You'll be starting with a 1-point lead. Bay Area Blasters picks the first player to come out, play 3 points. El Sayed Lachine will be your first choice. Your first choice, coach. Jiwei Xia. Who's your number 2 player? Cole is your number 2 player. Your number 2 player. Wenjang Tao is your 2 player. Who's your number 3? Adi Gadwani is your number 3. Your number 3, coach. Daniel Tran, your 4th. Isaac or Kayla? Kayla Goodwin is your 4th. Angie Tan is your 4th, making Sonora Silva your 5th, and your 5th will be Isaac Villa Ortiz. All right, good luck, coaches.
So in the 5 spot, Silva and Isaac Villa will rekindle their matchup, but in all other 4 positions, we'll see different matchups than we saw in the singles and doubles portion of the evening, and that is just mighty intriguing to know that the biggest points of the day will be these 4-point spots where players don't necessarily know each other that well, and you don't have a lot of time to figure the opponent out. You got to react very quickly because you run out of time fast.
And we have a lot of the big dogs, especially in round 2. Cole against Tao and Jang.
0-1.
And we begin with Lachine and Jiwei. And I mean, how big of a factor is it that Lachine just played, Jiwei played?
It's going to help Lachine a lot more because he just came off the table, even though he lost the last game.
I mean, it's been
he's warm and fresh.
Almost 2 hours since Jiwei played.
And you can see Lachine
1-1.
taking the risk, getting his forehand into play.
Lachine would just love to hand the baton off, tied 2-2 at worst.
And Jiwei has been the heart and soul of the Paddlers with his choles. Now his forehand and backhand attack combos.
Two all.
2-2. Switch.
Paddlers and Blasters played in September, Sean. It was a 5-0 lead to start the Golden Game for Portland. They hung on to win 21-17.
Here are the two big dogs right now.
Cole puts Portland in front by 1.
And Cole showing some self-pump up there. It's the most animated I've seen him play.
Golden Game brings the emotions out of players. Oh, what a sequence! Absolutely brilliant.
Look at this. This is like Rock'em Sock'em Robots, just a bang, bang, bang.
Three in a row.
Body blow right there by Cole. Smart not going to either the forehand or the backhand, just the midsection.
Tao and Jang able to avoid being swept 4 straight.
This is going to be an interesting matchup right here. Two young guns, Daniel Tran, so far perfect in his MLTT debut.
Godwani brings the Blasters within 1. Five all.
And I think the experience that Godwani had in Santa Cruz is showing right now, putting pressure in the Golden Game. And that time Tran got his forehand into play. He's got the serve. Nice combination here and wide out to the forehand angle. And a deep serve, very aggressive. And now the ladies will play 4 points. Kayla going for the quick punch out to the forehand.
Top the net. Feels like this one's going down to the wire tonight, Sean.
I have a sneaky suspicion that whoever wins in the first 4 points could have luck go against them in the second time they match up. And that's a beautiful forehand loop by Kayla Goodwin. Server doing very well in this set of 4 points.
Back caught! What a shot from Angie Tan. Nothing Goodwin could do about it. Why are you apologizing for greatness?
And the two players that had such a tight and great match in singles number 2. And Silva continuing to put pressure for the Blasters.
Two straight for Silva, taking care of business on his serve. Both these teams won yesterday. Whoever wins this Golden Game is gonna jump out to a 2-0 start to the 2-0 start to the weekend. And Silva.
Vila with the mishit.
Vila was on the verge of a 2-0 lead against Silva. Sonora came back from 10-8 down in game 2, won game 3, 11-5. Clicks the net, missed the table, 11-9.
Back at the top of the order. The difference was a 1 point lead for Portland, now is a 2 point lead for the Blasters. They'll play all 4 points this time. And Jiwei Xia, great drop shot on the serve.
Big fist pump from Machine.
Xia just lifted that last serve return a little too high, but he's got the serve right now. That caught the edge.
I think it did. Yes, it did. Wait, they're calling it Machine's point.
Wow. Wow.
Looked like it caught.
It certainly did from this angle.
We got to take a look at that replay. I don't know if we can watch the point from 2 points ago as slowly as possible. This is it.
You can see the little deflection out. Machine is saying that it went down, but the position where Jiwei struck it from,
I mean, it could have hit the side of the table.
very, very tough from that angle, but
Yeah.
that was the umpire's call.
Now when Jang wins the opening point against Cole. Remember, Cole took the first 3 against Tao earlier in this Golden game.
And the Blasters with some separation right now, 15-10.
16-10 now.
What a great serve.
Huge point here for Cole. Tran and Godwani are next.
Net.
What a serve. That ball just jumped off of Taowen Chung's racket.
What can you do about that?
How spinny was this serve?
All righty, Daniel Tran help get Portland back in this. That's a great start.
What a smart play. Going to the backhand, stepping around and finding the wide open forehand. And the Blasters take a timeout.
The final timeout of their Golden game. See if we can listen in.
Just trying to give Audie some encouragement. So well done.
Timeout paid off.
Got the forehand in and got it out to Daniel Tran's forehand. He wanted to play a backhand. Tran fighting for not only his life, but that of the entire Portland Paddlers team.
That's 3 out of 4 for Daniel Tran to bring his team back within 2. It was 16-10. It's now 17-15. And the ladies will play a huge part to the ultimate outcome
We're
here.
within 4 of the victory.
Good short serve from Angie Tan to begin that point. And you're right, Sean. Angie, with a 4 straight point sweep here, could close it out. She's halfway there.
Stop, Angie. Stop.
Angie Tan, 0-3 in singles today, getting her first opportunity to play singles in MLTT, but a chance to be the hero in the Golden game. Match point for the Blasters. Sonora Silva would be on the table next, but he's delighted to cheer his teammate on. What a point by Kayla Goodwin to keep her team alive.
Timeout.
And a timeout taken by Christian Lilyrose
No reason to save it.
before Isak Vila steps to the table. It'll be Vila against Silva. If Silva wins just 1 point, it's all over. If Vila can take all 4, then we'll go back to the top of the order, and it'll be El Sayed Lachine and Jiwei Xia at 20 all, but certainly Silva has the advantage here. What do you think Lilyrose is suggesting for Vila?
Well, the question is he saying go for it or play safe? I think you've got to go for it. The way Silva's just been powering through with his offense so far this team match. He's had 1 gear, which is just overdrive. So Silva eager to play. He's up at the table waiting for his opponent.
Jonathan McDonald is college teammates with Sonora Silva, so he's giving him some advice on tactics.
A little Texas Wesleyan insight.
Yeah.
And of course, Christian Lilyrose used to be the coach at Texas Wesleyan, so a long history there. But really, it's a lot of encouragement. Go for it for Vila.
2016.
I gotta say, things are looking good for the Blasters right now.
Match point for the Bay. And Silva closes it out with 1 sweet short serve. A 13-8 win for the Bay Area Blasters as they begin this Texas weekend with 2 straight victories.
And a total team effort for the Blasters. Just relying on Lachine. Of course, Angie Tan playing big in the golden game. Doubles team of Tao and Gunwani getting the job done, as well as Sonora Silva taking care of business.
What a turnaround, Sean. I mean, it was that final day in Santa Cruz where the Blasters lost to the Paddlers 18-3. And here they turn it around and win it 13-8. We're joined by the head coach of the Bay Area Blasters, Maggie Tian. Maggie, that was exciting. It was exhilarating. Where do you want to start in terms of how that match went, and how does it feel to get the win?
Well, I'm so, beginning with the nervous, now I was very excited and very happy.
So from watching it from up top here, it seemed like the second game with Silva over Vila, that comeback from 10-8, once you got that game, the momentum really shifted to the Blasters.
Well, I think you mean the Sonora, right?
Yes.
He was very consistency and no even one simple mistake. So I think he's trying to calm and make ball on the table, trying to give the opponent pressure. Yeah, that helps his play.
Maggie, what impressed you the most about El Sayed Lachine's performance going up against Cole?
Wow, I'm so happy he did a great job today. Well, we're not ready, he can win that, I'm I don't know, very proud of him, but I thought it was we're planning to 1-2, it's first 2 games he got a credible play, yeah.
Well said. 2-0 this weekend, a win last night and a win today. What's it going to take tomorrow to make it a perfect weekend for the Blasters?
We try. This is a lucky place. Well, thank you for whatever the people supporting our team. But we will still planning to try the best way to play tomorrow.
All righty. Well, you got the home team tomorrow in the nightcap. We will see you then. Maggie, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us. Well, Sean, after they lost to the Paddlers 18-3 in September, different story in October. Free agent Sonora Silva joins the squad, and El Sayed Lachine continues to win matches.
Just that wonderful combo of Silva and Lachine really brought it home for the Blasters this morning.
Surprising start for the Jiwei Xia, Tao, and Jang match, but the Blasters do enough over the course of the day. Silva and Lachine both win their matches, and the Blasters also win doubles and the Golden Game. So we are about 75 minutes away from Seattle and Texas. That starts at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central here in Katy. Silva with a game winner as the Blasters take it 13-8. For Sean O'Neill, Evan Lepler saying so long for now.